Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for February 28th, 2022. Also being timeless, so wherever you're catching in time, this might be useful, relevant, or horribly irrelevant, or I'm not even sure. Never really sure. It's general, collective. Don't force this to fit your life. If it does make sense, I do hope that it's a good message. Right now it stands at good, but also involving some sort of disillusioning challenge. Anyway, if you have questions about booking a session, seeing what services I provide, go ahead and reach out in the provided email address or find me on social platforms and send me a DM. My original Instagram was hacked, so I created backup and I'm going to be building that one. I might even be working on the name further down the road, but that new link is going to be up. So make sure that you're following me there or that you can reach out. I really look forward to hearing from you. I'm so bummed that the other one got hacked. You have no idea. I had that thing for 4 years. Well, maybe you do know, but anyway. Okay. You are inspired, you're honest, you're truthful, you are very healthy with, I think, what your mindset is, where your boundaries lay, what your drive is. I think that you are incredibly passionate, you speak the truth. And now, this is what we're kicking the reading off with. A lot of feminine energy, emotion. This is internal. So what I see here is this is something that has been manifested. Whatever's occurring in your life has been manifested, even if it is a challenge, it is for your greater good. But then here comes this little butt ugly butt head right here. So this is all about being disillusioned. Yeah, right? That's what I was telling you at the beginning of the reading. You're not even going to fight anymore. My little cleansing bells. Okay. You're not even going to fight this anymore. You just don't have it in you to accept any BS. You're not going to accept anyone's watered down virtue. All it seems to do when you compromise this part of your integrity is it gives you nothing but dead ends. It gives you nothing but disappointments, and you're not even going to put yourself in that boat anymore. It's not worth the fight. So I see that there is a resolution coming in. It's going to make you feel like absolute garbage. You want to know why? Because you're moving on towards something else, meaning that you're going to be leaving whatever this is that has made you compromise your virtue, integrity, whatever in the past. It's got to go. So this is going to lead you feeling like some sort of impulsive, irresponsible, not a good person. But this is tough love. So what I see here is this is going to put you in a learning mode. So it's you learning to really make the difficult choices in life that are going to be best not only for you, but what stems from you, and also not letting something bring you down in life. You've got to get off the fence with it. I know that it's something that you really just wanted to see not affect you or have to detach from, but you're going to have to realize both and do both. So realize that something has been attached to you and that it has affected you and that you have to cut it to the wayside. So this is going to be, first off, an emotionally challenging aspect of this chapter because it's closure. I don't want you to get lost in your emotions with this. I think that you have done that enough, and that's why these entities, whether it's human or just guilt in your life, have had such a long-standing journey. Gotta get them out. This has been part of every obstacle. The world is in reverse, so this is closing. This is the closing of a chapter. But you also have the Hermit. It feels like it's fighting a loneliness. And I do feel like this will get better once you cut away whatever this is, because I feel like you've been surrounded by like a lot of either material or personal movement that has been unfulfilling, and it makes you feel isolated and alone, but it's not how it actually should be. So this is realizing that you have kind of broken yourself in that matter, but also that you need to drop all of this crap that isn't yours, all of these responsibilities that are not yours. It is not your responsibility. unless it's actually legally your responsibility. It's not your responsibility. When you start to cut off all of those dead weights on you, and I have to say it like that too. I'm not trying to sound heartless with this. You're going to get, I think, your emotional confidence back. Because whatever you are cutting away, it's like expecting some sort of fight when it all just falls silent, and that takes away the stressor of waiting for some sort of retaliation. I think that it's just going to get quiet, and that you're going to discover that you're truly okay with not having this in your life. The guilt part of this is what's going to be a pain in the keister, because it's on you after that. Here we go, bottom of the deck. You're going to be dwelling on that when life is trying to give you the Two of Cups. Definitely check out the mini reads after this, because it was talking about, it was with Wisdom of the Oracle, about you asking Spirit for help, but needing to be directive about what you're asking for help and not micromanaging Spirit. So I see that despite what the illusion is, you are going to be moving on from these circumstances. It's all about karma. This is all karma. The change is involving the change with the karma and the art of letting go. See, look at this bad boy right here. We don't know what it is, but I'm just saying that boy just as a general phrase. But anyway, there's a space where there would be another cup. This is the Eight of Cups. Abundance. You're going to take your abundance elsewhere and offer it elsewhere. It's so important that you stay away from negative entities right now, whether it's human or otherwise. You're leading this with a sense of building passion and also a sense of hope. So whatever this pain and this guilt has been from this time, even if it's not water under the bridge now, it will be further down the road. But you need help in this. You need a certain amount of aid in this, and this is coming from the wand. So this is going to be a lot of mental stamina for you, because I do feel like you will be dwelling on this. I do feel like there will be a sense of major guilt. You're trying to find balance in your life, but this overwhelming Three of Cups, it's like it's haunting you. It's almost like a ghost of your life. Okay. Now I want to go to Wisdom of the Oracle. I want it because we're so wise. We're wise. Out with it. So we're moving on, letting go. It's hopeful, yet it's also a feeling of remorse, of sadness. And of course, as I've said a million times in this reading, guilt. So the tribe. I'm totally aging myself for this. So TLC from the early 90s. What about your friends? Go look up that song. I don't even know what the song title is, but what about your friends? That's what's chiming in on my head right now. So flexible. These people are going to show up opportunistically in the most random times in your life. And you magnificent creature, have this weird sense of shyness, probably based off of the old watered down circumstances. This is talking about where have you repressed your gifts, and how are you going to show these to the people who are coming in, the tribe. These are people who are going to feel like familiar strangers to you, or who are just going to have a sense of familiarity around you. They are going to teach you what your challenges are in life, and they're going to challenge you with those challenges. So I see a major point of having these mini breakthroughs with you, and it's going to lead to a massive sense of growth and actually uncovering what your gift and talent was that has been deep buried. What about it? You're at a fork in the road. Then we have this. What's this? What are these? Whoever you've been contemplating in your life right now, this is talking about how they have repressed your energy, how they've repressed your ability to give and receive. I do feel like this has been a point of self-protection, self-preservation, and this is something in your life where it has to burn to the ground. So whatever this is, if somebody's relationship or connection or situation in your life is completely crumbling, let it. Let it. This is time for you to leave it behind. Hanging out in this situation is only going to make it all the more painful for you. What's underneath is rotted. There's no substance that you need to take part of in here. And that in itself, again, feels cruel. Like, how can you just walk away? Because you're hanging on to an idea of what it was supposed to be and the projection of what you had of what this was however long ago. The reality is it's not there anymore, and maybe it never was there, and that's not for you to dwell on, but I know that part of you is going to. Spirit is showing you how detrimental this is. You have a choice. Are you going to repeat these painful lessons now, or are you going to choose a path that is going to bring you closer to your destination? All right, Spirit, you've given us some direction. What do we need to watch out for? Justice, okay. We need to watch out for Libra energy. Those folks. No, I'm kidding. Going back, you need to watch out for going back under new circumstances and promises. I do see that whoever this is that you are trying to let go of it's like a consciousness that wants to keep itself alive in your life. It's not that they're dying or anything, but what I'm seeing in here is the karmic lesson. You have to be mindful of what the karmic lesson is. Watering dead seeds. People who refuse to change yet give this illusion of how great it can be. People who don't have confidence in themselves and who have lost their own ambition. You're not doing a public service. Stop putting yourself in a mode to rescue the same person who keeps jumping in knowing that they can't swim. This person is kind of an anchor. They're going to have to learn how to swim on their own. Stop repeating the same painful cycle, knowing that it's going to go back to the way that was, that little internal monologue saying, no, don't, you know this is wrong. Listen to it. Because I see that somebody in your life is going to make false promises, these false ideas. And it's not that they don't want to do this, it's that they don't have it in them and they need to break this cycle. So my dearest, stop watering dead seeds and stop working on something that is not going to have any follow through. We have so many resources available to us that you don't need to keep involving yourself in disappointment. That's what you need to keep a watch out for. This person resurrecting, promising in detail how it's going to be different. It's not going to be different. If it's different at first, it's going to go right back to the way that it was. And you know this. This is either the same type of person, the same person, or the same theme of person. Stop it. Listen to yourself. Otherwise, you are going to actually be reminded as to why you should have in the first place. And that is never a good lesson. Okay. You can almost picture a spirit head banging itself against the wall. You know, like I told them this lesson a million times. When are they going to get it? When are they going to get it? When are they going to get it through their thick skull? Their higher self has absolutely no sense of chill with us. So, okay. Why am I being pulled to the daily guidance or healing with the angels? Okay, so I guess it's a part of what's going to help you recognize this, what you should look out for, and how you should follow the advice on it. Listen. Oh my God. The spirit is telling you, I'm telling you, please listen. Listen to that little inner monologue. Please listen. I know that it's probably not always going to make sense, but listen. Even if it looks like a beautifully painted picture in front of you, listen to what I'm telling you. Learn to listen to what we're telling you. Listen to what we're telling you. This is for your protection. Spirit is trying its best to protect you in this. This is your answered prayer. This is exactly what you asked Spirit to intervene on. Listen. You don't need to hurt anymore. If you do not listen, what is this going to lead to? What am I being pulled to? Oy. You are going to be a prisoner. That's scary. You're not going to have any power. You are going to be manipulated. You are going to be left vulnerable. You're going to build a tolerance for whatever the pain is. It's going to be so much harder for you to get away from this down the road. If you don't listen, that's what it's leading to. Fear, pain, and being held back. This is going to be even worse for you to break down the road. So please listen to what Spirit is telling you, even if it gives you a sense of nervousness about it because you're worried about the retaliation. Remember, earlier in the reading, it was speaking about you not having to actually have retaliation. It's not going to happen. So, my dearest, if you follow the advice and listen to Spirit, what do you have to look forward to? Breaking the cycle of dependence. You have a victory. This is such a test, and I'm stupid happy for you. If you follow the advice, you have victory. You have admiration. You have the gold. You have success. You are leading the way. You are leaving things in your wake, and you're not looking back. The Wheel of Fortune. An entirely new cycle of gifts, of things in divine order. And also it looks like an absolute gift from Spirit. This is also about, like, it's a sense of childhood, but I feel like it's like your long-standing dream. What about it? We have 2 6s. Wait a minute. 6? Yeah, we have 2 6s. This is going to be an absolute intimate gift from Spirit. You are about to have your complete world shattered in the best way if you follow the advice. All new proposals are going to be coming in. Hang on, I'm not done. I think this is patchouli. I don't know. I need to get more incense. I think I'm down to my last 100. Yes, I'm always iffy about running out. Will I change? Probably not. I always need to have some sort of stock of it. Okay, so we have a gift from Spirit, a completely new gifted cycle, absolute protection. Now I'm being pulled to Wisdom of the Oracle. What is this going to lead to? An amazing gift. What else? I think this is my favorite reading so far this year. Holy crap, I'm stupid excited for you. And I really hope that this happens for me as well, for me, for you, for that person down the road. Good God, send this to somebody who needs to hear this, please. Breathe. You're going to be able to get that elephant off your chest. You're going to be able to get that weight off of it. You're going to be able to relax. Everything seems to fall into a balance. And then we have the blessing that is coming your way. The transition seems so much more easy. This is truly a gift. All right. So let's look at this. The to be fair and the bless. Messages from your angels. All right, so we have this. I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. And then there's, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it'll come about. Negativity will block your process. Then we have Spirit with the physical challenges. One more. Ooh. Okay. A lot of messages from this deck. Okay. I'm going to do it. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Remember earlier in the reading, stay away from negativity. It's not toxic positivity, so help me God, I hate it when people do that crap. Everything's falling around. It's great. No, it sucks. It's hard. Good God. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. This is why Spirit's telling you to chill while it does its work, but you have to give it the right to do its work. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. It is a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these challenges. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to be open to greater love. Release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. I am the angel of peace. I bring you tranquility and a smoother road ahead. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon the angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement ushers positive new energy. You have a bond with animals. Your pets on earth or in heaven are watched over by angels. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you give it a positive new perspective. So all of this is talking about is pay attention to the animal signs and synchronicities that are going on around you. This is a time to quiet the mind, get a lot of grounding in so that you can notice those signs and be able to decipher them and be able to get the message and direction from them. And that if you listen, like this was begging you to listen to the answer to your prayer, then make a move on it. So there's a lot of animal synchronicities, which I want you to tell me what exactly you're seeing. There was somebody who I talked to who was telling me about the American bald eagle that she was seeing. That's an incredible symbol. It's one of the highest ones that you can get about rising above all the storms in your life and seeing everything at a needlepoint view. It's incredible. So also, it is so important for you to not let your emotions run wild and to give Spirit actual direction in how it can help you. My dearest, this is definitely my favorite reading of 2022 so far. So if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead in the description, find my email address, send me an email, or find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. I did make a backup IG page. Go ahead and check the link on that one. It should be updated on my TikTok, but also you can just find it. And I'm going to be working on the name change down the road. It's not happening right now. I'll let you all know when that happens, but please definitely reach out, say hello, let me know where you are in the world, see what services I provide that might be right for you, prices, discounts, availability, and don't forget your time zone. All right, you. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I feel like you, in a way, have gone through a growing phase, an actualization of growing phase. It looks like you've become the emperor, but I think that you've been the emperor. The thing is, I think there's an acknowledgement of the fact that you actually have been here for quite some time. I think the action has been there rather than the awareness in your mind that you have been, but it's coming to clarity right now. What I'm seeing is you've been in two worlds, the nostalgic point and I think, this very solid and secure version of yourself. So I think that you are more mature and more capable than you have been letting yourself believe. I think it's this bogus way that you've tried to keep yourself humble. Knock it off. Listen, you have grown up. You've moved beyond the past. You're moving on. You're releasing the past. And what I'm seeing here is now here is like the snap of it feels like snap of awareness. Because you being in two worlds the way that you have been, it's actually starting to wear you down, wear you thin. And it's not going to get you, I think, it's not going to allow you to be in the gratitude or the appreciation of all your hard work. So it's getting you away from this mentality of not doing enough, not being enough, worthiness. I am seeing a whole new version of yourself usher in. It feels very passionate. It feels really creative. I think that this is going to spark a new interest with you. And I think that this is going to be long-standing. So look at what we have here. We have the 10 of Pentacles, So yes, an entirely new cycle that is coming into play where I do feel a huge windfall coming your way, but also I feel like this is going to potentially involve contracts of some form. Something is going to be written down, something is going to be solidified in that form. And I do feel like it's something that probably it's going to hold up. Like it's going to be notarized. It's going to be solidified. And you wanna know what? You're not going to be afraid of doing any of this anymore. You're not going to be afraid to step into whatever this great new venture is. It's going to be a lot of hard work. But my dearest, you're the Emperor. You've moved beyond fear. This is really setting you up for this new empowered phase of life. I really don't want to go away with you, but right now you have to acknowledge how far you've come, how strong you are, and how you can let this older, maybe not so secure version of yourself rest. Somebody's really starting to procrastinate. I'm getting a masculine figure around you. It could be male or female. Masculine is just the energy. It's about authority. It's about momentum. It's about movement. It's about action. So this is somebody who I think was really working on making, we can say, a big headway in their life, really trying to settle down in some sort of routine, some sort of structure, some sort of mindset. And it seems like they've been really making some headway. But the thing is, now they're starting to procrastinate. It's not necessarily a thing of self-worth. I think that it's fear. They're expecting the other shoe to drop. They're afraid of, well, I think that this is afraid of whatever the karmic theme has been in their life. They're dwelling on it. They're focusing on what should have been and what should have never occurred in their life. It's dwelling. It's completely been part of their foundation. It's rocked their security however long ago. I feel like this has been a point of betrayal in their heart, like towards them. So this is somebody who has the Two of Cups behind them, but they're not making any action right now. This is going to be water under the bridge eventually. I want you to know that this is change. Somebody's dealing with some really low energy, low vibe. We can say it like that. But I see they really are working super hard to push through this. I see a proposal. It doesn't have to be romantic. That's not what I'm saying. I see whoever this is involving, they're trying to make a compromise because they really want to make this change for themselves. But they're still hooked onto a karmic situation. And it's not that they're going to be in both places. It's about slowing down. This person needs to know that this is solid and that they have control. Their emotions are all tangled up in their mind, and I think that they don't quite know which place is which right now. But they recognize the need to move on. It's, I think, getting the emotional standpoint up to par with the mental standpoint. So I do see them pushing through it. Mind you, this is not easy for whoever this is. You've got to be patient. Patience is such a hard virtue to learn, but Spirit's going to force you to learn this one because I see that this is really well worth it. There's a lot of grounding that needs to come in for this person. I don't think that they are used to patience from anybody. So this is going to be worth the compromise. Just talk. So this is a really good way to start off this little mini read. So yeah, it's all about new cycles. It's going to be for your gain. I do feel like this is a small seed to something great. I do think you'll have help and support in getting to where you want to be. These are very protected, loyal people in your life. So this is going to be involving you really working hard to release a lot of fear and misconceptions that you have about yourself. I'm going to start with these. I see a lot of self-rejection and solitude that has come into play. I think that you temper your expectations and your abilities because you are afraid to move forward. Time to regroup, time to recover, time to rest and really talk to yourself about this. What is the why behind it? What is the driving force between you and where you want to be, and why is it so watered down? This is going to be a big task for you because I see that you're breaking some sort of system that you have been involved in. I do feel like this could be familial. Hopefully I'm using the word right. Okay, there's that. Also, I think that you're afraid to get excited. This is going to be a really long uphill battle for you. Not because people are actually getting in your way this time, but because you believe that you are somehow going to be knocked on your butt and that people are somehow making this like the butt of a joke. It's not. But there's a switch in the mentality that has to come into play. So I see you having to push through your fears. I see a major payoff. I see a lot of inspiration. I see the confidence building up as you go through this. But right now, stop trying to bypass this by just doing a dead sprint. And here, it's going to bypass all the work that you have to do in actualizing, I guess, whatever this confidence is. And also, it'll bypass why you had watered this down. I think that this is something that is deeply ingrained, but you're going to be letting it go. The confidence and the payoff is going to be massive in time when you get through this. This is truly a war. So it feels like, in one way, forceful, arrogant, the most insufferable jerk on the planet. And another way, hey, we are great, grand, and wonderful, aren't we? Self-contained, self-controlled, very mature. How do these coexist? I see the Ten of Cups. I think that this is two people who are in your life. Maybe this is the same person at a group, but honestly, I feel like you're dealing with two separate people. Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing here is emotional fulfillment, the works, this soul calling, having everything around you that you need, want, could desire. And then we have you who has been dragged through the ringer, probably by this Knight of Wands. I think that you had to overcome a lot of battles with this person in your life. I think that you really had to grow from whatever that narcissistic tendency was. Now, don't get confused with that buzzword. I'm not saying that they're narcissists. They have the personality traits. Not a doctor, I can't diagnose anybody, but this person is a giant a-hole and they have some traits. So look, you have grown so much. You have really pushed through whatever this traumatic experience was. I think that you, my dear, have been redeemed. And you know what? Here comes in that devil energy again. This D-bag right here. The audacity. No, I really don't like that they're trying to make a grand appearance in your life. I think that this is somebody who you do have history with and who you may feel like you habitually or regularly fall into a trap with. Maybe this has been a cycle in your life with this person. They've made you insecure. They have made a huge power play in your life. And it seems like every time that they're around you, you tend to go off course. So you have the King of Cups that wants to come in. This could be your action, but it could be another person who's trying to show you that the world is not such a terrible place. I do see you're probably going to go, hopefully, with that better energy. What has been a repetitive cycle in your life is going to seem to make a grand appearance again. Don't go for it. Get the closure that you need. It's not a failure, but you know that they're going to put you in the same place. You don't need to entertain that energy. I already know that this is probably going to be a two-parter, so definitely look in the comments section for, I guess, the part 2 or the video that's right after this. Anyway, it is so important that when you ask Spirit for help, first off, you give Spirit permission to help intervene where it needs to, but also give it some clear direction. Spirit, I need your help. Spirit's like, okay, great. With what? Silence, crickets, blah, 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 blah. And Spirit's like, are you kidding me? I'm waiting. What? What's the direction? What's the direction? That's not going to work this time, my dear. You have asked for help. Clarify what you need help with. What have your prayers been geared towards? However you pray. Not everyone prays in the same way. We got this. You got to let go of how this help is going to work, right? Holy crap. You cannot micromanage Spirit. It will laugh in your face, because if you needed this help from them and you wanted to micromanage, they would have left it in your hands. This wouldn't be where you needed to ask them for it. Ask Spirit for help. Ask what you need help with. Step aside and let them do their job. Like, this is your buffering team over here. All right. You got to let go of what the expectation is, but also you have to learn to let go in general. Something is trying its best to get closure in your life, and you can see it all around you in the circumstances, can't you? Time to go, not for you. Listen, just because something is falling apart right now and you're trying to grasp at straws and you're also asking, why is this happening? What can I do with it? If you hold on to this and not let Spirit do its job, this is going to come about in the way that you intervened further down the road. It has to be over for right now. It has to make the changes that it wants to make in your life. And also, this is not meant to be part of your life right now. How much of a smack in the face does that feel like? I know, it's overwhelming. Spirit keeps trying to show you through disappointments, through hurt, through aggravation, through disappointments, how something is not measuring up in your life for where you are and where you are going. It's not that you're entitled, but it's also saying that your needs are not being met in this situation. So then we have, when is it going to be enough? When is the final straw going to be? Also, this brings about, how do you block the flow towards you? You trying so hard to make a dead end work with absolutely no resources to get it to move forward is without question blocking the flow of what's trying to come to you, get to come to you. See, look, you have soulmates in here. Soulmates, it's not necessarily about a person in this instant, but you want to know what? We're going to look at people. We're going to look at whatever the situation is. You have been working so hard for so long, trying to either get something to work in your life or trying to better yourself. Spirit's like, you can't do anymore. It's actually it's almost exasperated with you. You can't do anymore. You are going to lay down. If you do not rest and recuperate, if you do not recover, if you do not allow yourself the grace to be taken care of, so help me God, I will knock you on your butt. I will make sure that you either get a leave of absence from work or that the job is over entirely, or I'll make you sick. The choice is up to you. You can rest and recover, or I can make this happen. Spirit is doing something for your best interest, but it's going to give you tough love right now. There's absolutely no avoiding the chaos in this right now, but you don't have to partake in the chaos. You have to let everything that's breaking apart break apart, because something so much better, so much more substantial is coming into play right now. You have soulmates coming towards you, but you also have to come to the edge in reverse. So this is saying, first off, what's in reverse is all about your protection, and everything that is upright is all about your pursuits. So on the way to getting there, on the way to getting these soul-bound situations and contracts in your life. You have to let something completely crumble on one end. This could be a lot of forms of loss, disappointments, and incredible upheaval. But start to let the pieces fall into place. And while that's happening, you are being guided to be quiet. Just seriously practice some sort of self-care. Go spoil yourself, nurture yourself, whatever that looks like. You're not ready to take the next step now because it's being prepared. And while it's being prepared, you have to take your hands out of the mix right now. So this is going to be kind of like a stubborn little, waiting game for you. But it's really good on the end of this because you do have soulmates. You're going to meet a lot of incredible people and have a lot of serendipitous miracles happen in your life. But it needs you to be refreshed for it. So let Spirit take the way right now.